Alright, I've got an exciting weather forecast for you today. I'm not going to tell you the location yet, but somewhere in the country is going to be getting 5 feet of snow over the next few days. Before we get started, I will say I make these forecast videos every single morning, so if you enjoy following the weather or you end up enjoying this video, you can subscribe to my channel. Alright, diving into my screen here, the first interesting weather event that's going to happen is actually due to this cutoff low that we see sitting off of Southern California. What this is doing is bringing in a ton of warm air, moisture, and energy, and it's actually leading to some flooding in Arizona right now. But the real interesting weather happens as it combines and pushes that energy into the jet stream above the Midwest. So if I click back here, look, the jet stream right here is maybe about 100 knot winds, maybe 110. And watch as that energy gets pulled in from this cutoff low that's sitting off Southern California. That 100 knot winds quickly turns into about 140 and then quickly turns into 150. Now I know, you're thinking jet stream, that's way up in the sky. Why do we care about that? Well, when you have 150 knot winds at 300 millibars, that's bringing a lot of energy to this area, and that energy is going to move downward and create exciting weather on the surface. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing in the Northeast throughout this entire weekend. The first thing it's doing though, well, part of that system brought some rain to the Midwest this morning. That rain is quickly moving out. And then once that energy combines with the jet stream, some interesting stuff starts happening to the Midwest. You're going to see the snow start to creep in on the left side of the screen here. Moves into Iowa and Missouri, just very northern parts of Missouri. Most of Missouri is going to be getting rain with this one. That's because the temperatures, they're just a little bit too warm to get the snow. But Iowa, going to be getting some decent snowfall rates. And this is Saturday at about 7 in the morning. Most of Iowa is getting some snow. And eastern Iowa could be getting some pretty good snowfall rates, maybe into the 0.2 inches per hour. As well as central to northern parts of Illinois and Indiana. Again, that's by Saturday at about 7 in the morning. Now let's move forward to Saturday at about 1 p.m. You can see that system has just moved right over Illinois and Indiana. And the thing about this system, it's really fast moving. You'll see it started at about Saturday morning, and by Saturday evening into Sunday, it's already moved into the Northeast. So it's just going to be a quick hitter. It's going to bring some snow though. So as we move into Saturday night at about 7 p.m., you see that snow has already moved to Ohio, while southern parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio will be getting that rain because it's just a little bit too warm down there. And like I said, that one is gone by Saturday, late at night Saturday. And then it moves into the Northeast. We'll take a look at what it does in the Northeast. But first, let's look at the accumulated snowfall that's expected with this system. That again was fueled by the cutoff low off of Southern California. That's why I love weather so much. Everything is connected. Weather in Southern California is going to bring snow to Illinois. Pretty awesome. That's why I love following the weather. If you do too, you could subscribe to my channel. This is showing the 24-hour accumulated snowfall associated with that system that's going to be moving through. You can see by Saturday at about 7 a.m. already start to see some accumulations in very northern Missouri and southern Iowa. Maybe 3 to 5 inches associated with this one. So as you can see, this isn't that 5-foot snowstorm that I teased at the beginning of the video. But it's something. You're getting maybe 5 inches in southern parts of Iowa, and then pushing throughout the day Saturday, those snow accumulations are going to work their way into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. You could be getting 5 inches in Illinois, Indiana. You're going to be in the more 1 to 2 inch range, and then Ohio, you're in that 1 to 2 inch range as well. And then you see that moves through by really Saturday night. That system's going to be gone. So I said that there was some rain in the Midwest that moved through early this morning. Well, that rain has already moved into the Northeast. Another quick mover. And you'll see it's going to move through the Northeast pretty fast as well. But it's just too warm there. Typically this time of year, it's a lot colder in the Northeast, so this storm could have been bringing some snow. But as you can see, it's basically just rain. All of Pennsylvania getting some rain right now, and then that's going to continue throughout the day today. Again, I'm filming this Friday morning, and you can see northern parts of New York getting maybe a half an inch of rain. That's pretty significant. And the other thing about this one is the winds. We're going to look at the wind map in a second. The winds are actually crazy. But something to note is northern parts of Maine actually getting to pick up some snow with this one. It's good to see somebody in the Northeast is getting some snow. Those are pretty decent rates. And again, it's because that is the only part of the Northeast that is below freezing at this point. Everywhere else, there's some places that are into the low to mid 50s. So there's no way those places are getting snow. That moves through, and this is now about 1 p.m. You can see how fast this system moves through. By 1 p.m., really the precipitation is isolated to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And whatever snow Maine did pick up, it's going to get some rain on top of it. So that's really gonna hurt any snowball fights you might want to have. Let's take a look at the accumulated precip. This is showing how much rain is going to accumulate. You see in northern parts of New York where we saw that bullseye, could be getting an inch of rain, but there's really just this one strip in New Hampshire stretching into Maine that could get over an inch with this one. Really not that much, but there is that one part of Maine that stays below freezing. This blue coloring right here really indicates where it's cold enough to get snow, and as a matter of fact, that's exactly where we are going to get snow. The other big part of this storm, and this is actually a very big story, is the winds associated with it. There's this low, it has a lot of energy. Remember, it got the energy from that cutoff low in Southern California, and that energy, that 150 knot winds in the jet stream, is bringing in a ton of winds to the Northeast throughout the day, Friday and Saturday. So if you're going to a St. Patrick's Day parade, well, first off, I probably wouldn't go because of the coronavirus, but if you are going, there's going to be some extreme winds to worry about as well, maybe 50 to 60 miles per hour. And you can see it on this map. It's streaming in. But what this is also doing, it's not just going to cause wind damage, it's also keeping your temperatures way too warm to accumulate any snow with this one. You look at the temperatures up here where you're over land, it's maybe in the 30s, maybe even below freezing. And then the water right here is into the 70-degree range. So what this wind does is it just pushes all that warm air right over the Northeast, ruining any chance you guys had of accumulating snowfall. Let's look at the accumulated snowfall associated with this one. Well, it's maybe going to be about 2 to 4 inches, maybe 5 to 8 inches in the very northern parts of Maine. And it's actually cool to see how perfectly this matches. Where that freezing line is in New Hampshire and Maine is exactly where we see the snow accumulations. That's a pretty cool correlation right there. And then that one system that moved through the Midwest, let's take a look and see if the Northeast gets any of that. Well, that one moved through the Midwest really throughout Friday and Saturday. Remember, by Saturday night, it was gone, moving into Ohio, and then Pennsylvania and northern parts of West Virginia could be getting maybe 2 to 4 inches with that one, but it just stays a little bit too far south for the rest of the Northeast to pick up anything there. So as you can see, Midwest, not going to get that 5 feet of snow. Northeast, not even close to that 5 feet of snow. As it turns out, it's going to be in California. I know most people don't think California has any exciting weather, but we are going to, over the next few days, we could be getting 5 feet of snow. And it's not associated with this big cutoff low. That's the one that's bringing exciting weather to the Midwest and Northeast. The exciting weather building into California is all associated with this giant trough that is going to be moving in Saturday at about 1 in the morning. And the reason this is going to accumulate so much snow, as I click through here, it's ticking 3 boxes. One, it's bringing that cold air down. You see this map, the blue coloring indicates below freezing. Well, that's going to bring that cold air down into California. It's going to bring a ton of energy and moisture. as well, associated with the Pacific Northwest. And then also the winds are going to be just streaming in through this giant trough, bringing a bunch of moisture and vertical uplift and storm development to just fuel this system for a long period of time. It moves in Saturday. It doesn't leave till about Thursday morning. Sunday is going to be massive accumulations, but as you can see looking at this map, it just hangs out. This is now Wednesday, and that giant trough is still over California, as well as the cold air, and it really doesn't move off until about Thursday, Friday. So that's something amazing to see. You can see by Saturday morning, no snow accumulated, and then you start to see it fill in and fill in and fill in. The big accumulations are going to be happening Sunday. That's where, look at that, it's already at 30 inches in just a 24-hour accumulation on Sunday afternoon. Building into Monday morning, you're still getting 2 feet of snow every 24 hours. And then the thing is, it just sits over the area. It continues to drop snow for a long period of time, finally moving off. You can see it just move off on about Thursday. It starts to spread into Nevada, Utah, even Arizona could be getting a foot or more of snow associated with this one. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool. You see, it just spreads out over the entire region. So let's take a look at the increments, how much it's going to get each day. As you can see, by Friday night, no snow accumulated. By Saturday night, got about a foot of snow accumulated. By Sunday night, we got about 3 feet of snow accumulated. So you can see Sunday is going to be picking up probably 2 feet of snow alone, just on Sunday. So by Sunday night, 3 feet of snow accumulated. By Monday night, we got 4 feet of snow accumulated. And finally, by Tuesday night, we have about 5 feet of snow in California. It's going to be really interesting to follow this storm as it continues to develop. It's not that far out in the forecast, so I would say this is pretty accurate at this point. We could be getting 5 feet of snow in California. I'm going to be making daily forecast videos, updating you guys on the storm. So if you want to stay updated with the weather, you can subscribe to my channel. And I'd also love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Do you think this is a big storm? Did you hate hearing about California weather and the fact that California was exciting? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.